Bianca's Playhouse Talk Show presents Fatal Attraction Fridays. This is the tragic story of Jasmine and Jamie Green. Jasmine Jatia Onisha Green, born July 31st, 1996, and left this world physically on November the 15th, 2021. Her sister, Jemiah Mackenzie Onaya Green, was born on November the 21st, 2000, and left us physically on November the 15th, 2021. Let's start with the news reports.
Learned the name of the man Lexington County deputies say killed two sisters. Investigators say Tyrone Durham Jr. killed Jamie and Jasmine Green yesterday before killing himself. Our Nick Neville spoke with neighbors who are still trying to process what happened.
The Richland County Coroner's Office just hours ago confirmed the identity of the suspected gunman in this case as 27-year-old Tyrone Durham Jr. A look at his criminal history shows some troubling signs.
How many times do people have to constantly try to go and seek help and can't get it, and it's 2 lives have to be lost for people to wake up, for the police to wake up, for the law to get involved, for help to get done.
LaTanya Seawright's heart aches for the victim's family. Records show Durham, the suspected gunman, had multiple arrests, including a domestic violence charge.
Domestic violence is so serious, and I so hate that that happened to that family, and I hate that 2 lives was lost yesterday.
He was charged with assaulting a police officer while resisting arrest in May of 2016. Earlier that year, he was charged with assault and battery in the 3rd degree. Records show that case was still pending before the Criminal Domestic Violence Court. Jasmine had 2 boys, and Jamie had a daughter. Seawright says her daughter knew one of the victim's daughters, and she's praying for the victim's mother.
And just talking about it, it gets me choked up because I can't even fathom how she feels. And my heart deeply, deeply aches for her and the family. My heart aches for the children that don't have their moms.
The Lexington County Sheriff's Department says tonight that prior to yesterday's shooting on Woodcote Drive, there were 2 calls for service associated with this address, both on the same day in March of this year. Reporting in Lexington County, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
Update now from officials in Lexington County. We'll tell you what we know. 3 people are dead after a shooting earlier today. Now, the Sheriff's Department did confirm that the suspected gunman was in fact found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his parked car in Richland County. In Lexington County, the coroner there has now identified the victims as 20-year-old Jamie Green and 25-year-old
3 young children that are in the care of their mother, Otisha Mickens. Our Madeline Stewart checked in with Otisha. And Madeline, how is she holding up?
Joe, I asked her how she's doing, and she said she's just doing. She says she's still numb, but what's getting her by day is prayer, her grandchildren, and starting a conversation about domestic violence.
When I look at my grandchildren, they get me through the day because I know I'm all that they have, and they all I have.
Jasmine and Jamie Green were gunned down in their front yard nearly 1 month ago, leaving behind 3 young children.
And what the last minutes of their life was standing about, protecting each other.
Lexington County Sheriff's Department, Durham pled guilty to 3rd-degree assault and battery in 2016. He completed domestic violence counseling in 2017. And just this March, Lexington County deputies were called to the Greens' home after reports of a domestic dispute. Jasmine is listed as the victim in both records. Now the sister's mother, Otisha, is speaking out.
And I also feel like their death wasn't in vain. I think their death go save millions of women and men.
She says sharing the warning signs of domestic violence on Facebook Live is helping her process the tragedy.
And I know that the lives gonna save somebody. I couldn't save my girls, but maybe somebody out there I can save.
Otisha hopes telling Jamie and Jasmine's story will help others who might be in similar situations.
People who are scared to realize what they're going through, they're looking and they're feeling what I'm talking about, and they're feeling my hurt and my pain.
Otisha wants to continue going live weekly on Facebook, and she also tells me she's planning a podcast and a foundation in honor of Jamie and Jasmine. And of course, we'll keep you updated online at WISTV.com. Reporting in the studio, Madeline Stewart, WIS News 10.
Thank you, Madeline, for that story.
These two young, beautiful sisters left this world together and left behind so many who love them and are mourning their deaths. I'm sharing these moments in this story with all of you simply because I think it is extremely important to not only speak to victims, but to speak to aggressors as well. As much as I am doing these videos and covering these stories and making these documentaries so that I could possibly help someone who may be experiencing a fatal attraction to get help, to leave, to stand up for themselves in a way that they are actually able to leave with their life, I'm also making these videos to make sure the abusers know, make them aware of how heartbreaking their actions are. I want them to see the pain that they cause, and unfortunately in this situation, the person who caused this pain has left this world. But he's left this world and God is dealing with him. But there are other ones out here in this world as well. And if they watch this video, if they happen to come across this moment, I hope that it allows you to think twice. Think twice about being selfish and wanting what you want when you want it. And understand that no one's life is yours. The only life that belongs to you is your very own. People are not possessions. We don't belong to each other. We ultimately belong to God. But even if you don't believe in God and you feel like you have the right or any rights over someone else's life, you do not. These beautiful girls' lives have been taken and their children have to grow up without their moms. Their mothers their mother has to raise their children on her own. It's absolutely heartbreaking. And for those who are victims of domestic violence, this is a reminder of how things, or not a reminder, this is to show you what things could be like if you do not leave. If you do not pay attention to the red flags. If you do not make the decision to leave in a safe way. These beautiful girls had their whole lives ahead of them. Although they had already lived a beautiful life, being daughters of an amazing mother, sisters and mothers, cousins, aunties, they had already started their legacy in life, but that was taken away. Tonight, on Bianca's Playhouse Talk Show, I will be talking live about this story and getting their story out there. Because just as their lives had purpose, so does their death. And I hope and pray that this will help someone. Their mother is already doing her part and has been doing her part since the day they left here, with spreading awareness about domestic violence and sharing their story with the world, which is how I came across their story. I simply want to help her in doing that and letting you know that these two beautiful girls lived, that they were loved, they were adored by their babies. And now, although they are being mourned, their lives continue to be celebrated as they should be. So if you know anyone, or if you are that someone who may be in a domestic relationship, you may be having a fatal attraction. Look at these beautiful faces and understand that just as it was them, it could be you too, if you don't do what you need to do to get the help to get away. Make sure you follow their mom's podcast, The Day the Monster Knocked on My Door. Fatal Attraction Fridays is live on my pages every Friday at 9 p.m. Make sure you join us. If you'd like to share your story or be a guest, please contact us at Bianca's Playhouse Talk Show at gmail.com or just inbox me. Thank you for watching.